Can you hear me now, Cameron? Hello everyone, just to let you know, I'm about to go live on YouTube, so go and have a look at Edinburgh Street's channel and you'll be able to see us. Hello everyone! Hello everyone, just to let you know that I'm going to be going live on YouTube in roughly around about 2 minutes time, so go over to Edinburgh Street's channel and you'll be able to see me live, and I'm going to give you an update on Gordon's Lane right there, right now. So if you go over to the YouTube channel, you'll be able to catch me live in roughly around about 30 seconds and you'll be able to see what I've got. And Steve, I've got one of your kits on the layout, so go over and have a look on the YouTube channel. So I'm about to go live in a minute, so go over to Edinburgh Street's YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and then you'll be able to see what I've done with the layouts. I'm going to do the live update. So quickly, go over to Edinburgh Street channel, have a look. I'm just about to do a live. Come on, jump on over. Hello everyone and welcome back to Edgeworth Street. My first live one. As you can see, I'm in the log cabin. Been here most of today. I've done quite a fair bit of work onto Gordon's Lane. I managed to do a lot of track laying, which is pretty good, and I'm really pleased on how that's turned out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop over to one of the cameras, and then you should be able to see what it looks like. So go and have a look. So there we go. So there is mostly Gordon's Lane, which is all pretty much all laid now. I've even done the joints, and obviously you can pretty much see the layout. Go to another camera, you'll be able to see another view. So there we go, there's a view looking down the track. So at the moment I've got 3 170s on the layout. What this is going to be doing is the one in the middle road where the 170 is a little 2-car unit. That's going to be the up main, and the down main is on the right hand side. So I've been quite busy. I've laid the track. I've laid the base for the railway laser lines kit. And then if I go back to the layout card, there we go. You can actually see just over on the left hand side. You can see the railway laser line wagon repair depot. I know the screen's been a bit funny. I had a bit of a problem with the camera earlier. So what I've basically done is I tried to keep it as much as simple as possible, and as you can see there, where the 66 is sitting, that is what we're going to class as the head shunt. And you can just see further down, you can see the MPV sitting in the depot, and on the main line you've got 2 170s sitting there side by side. I've been quite lucky. I managed to get quite a fair bit done, and it's been quite an achievable over the last couple of days. So just going to say a couple of hellos to people who are watching. So hello there to Cameron, James, Ralph and Model Trains. And obviously don't forget, obviously try and share, and obviously try and get as many people to hit the like and subscribe button, so you can actually keep up to date with what's actually going on. So I'm going to try back to the layout cam and see if it's more stable now. Sometimes it can be a bit iffy. Still trying to get used to it. There we go, so it's a little bit better. I don't know if it's moving around, if anybody can tell me. Still trying to work out how to do all this stuff. So Ollie at Walden Road obviously was very good. He managed to help me get up and running, and I thought, well, I'll do a bit of a live so you can actually see what I've done with the layout so far. So as you can probably see in the top near left hand corner, you can see the Southern Region Hampton Court signal box, and from there onwards you can see a lot of different bits and pieces what I'm going to be doing. So as you can see, the railway laser line kit is absolutely fantastic. It took roughly around about 2 to 3 days to build, and it was an easy kit to do. The one thing to do is just take your time with it, don't rush it. It can be a little bit difficult, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if I can go over all the cameras to be able to see us all. So there you go. So that's the little bit of an update of what I've actually been doing with Gordon's Lane. So in the next couple of days, what I'm going to be doing is all the joints are now done, and I'll be able to move the removable camera and show you. So all the joints are now done. So I've done all the joints for that. I've just got to put the cables on underneath, and then once that's done, then that's pretty much ready to go for the next stage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that one. There we go. So as you can see here, this is going to be a 2-road yard area. So you'll be able to see what the layout is actually going to be doing. So this is hopefully just long enough to fit two MPVs in. And then fingers crossed, and then I should be able to fit one there. I'll be able to fit one there, and I've got space for an MPV, or maybe just 2 MPVs in this side in here. So I'm slowly getting there. There's still quite a lot to do. South West Trains don't have the 170s anymore. They got rid of them. I think they went over to ScotRail up in Scotland. But obviously I quite liked them, so I thought I'll put them onto the layout. And that's one of the reasons why. I've got a couple of 159s, and I've got some other bits and pieces that will be put together eventually once I get time to do all that. So the main stock that I'm going to be using on Gordon's Lane is going to be 450s, 159s, 170s. I'm going to have quite a fair bit of freight stock on there. So it really does depend on what sort of freight I'm going to be picking up on. So I'm probably going to have some JNATs. I'll probably have what else we've got running down that way. Probably some auto balusters, some JJAs. I'll probably have some MEAs, but they're quite rare down that way. I'm going to have various different things. So I'm mainly going to be using DRS and various different bits and pieces. Yes, James, that one there is flickering quite bad. I think the face camera one is a little bit better. I don't know if you can let me know. It's obviously the first live that I've done. I need to work out right here. But yeah, so the stock's going to be basically that sort of scenario. What I'm also going to be doing with the stock is just getting it up now. Yeah, so I've got 450s, 170s, 158s, 159s. What else am I going to be using? I'm going to be using some Virgin Voyagers, so I'm going to use some Virgin Voyagers, maybe some cross-country Voyagers as well, some 220s, 221s. I'm also probably going to be using, let's see if that's gone back a bit better. I'm probably going to be using probably going to be using some 800s as well, to just to look like they were deliveries. They started off down at Southampton, so I'm probably going to just say put those in there just now and again. Hello, Ollie from Warden Road. I'm doing my live. So locos wise, I'm going to be using will be class 66s, 59s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 37s, and 73s. So I've just bought another 73 from Rainbow Railways, which is 73109. I was quite lucky to get a cab ride in that when I worked for GB, installing some of the CCTV equipment into some of the cameras, and obviously we wanted to check it during the night, and that was the one we took out because we had a new high intensity headlight put on the 73. So if you see new 73s running around with the new headlights, that was partly what I've done with some of the others. Also, the other thing that I'm going to be running on Gordon's Lane is some multi-purpose vehicles, so some MPVs, tampers, an on-track machine, and various types of wagons. So there's very different types of things that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be having different types of wagons. I'll just get a couple out now that I had ready. So I've got some of these MFAs, I've got some of these MEAs, so I'm going to have some of those running around. So that's going to be quite good. So where you're sitting at the moment, you can see the face camera. So this is my workbench. I've got my DCC set up over there, and then DCC stuff over there, loads of little bits. And then to your right, to your left, it's going to be available. What was your new Sentinel going to be used for? So camera, the Sentinel, I'm basically going to be using it for inside the depot. So you probably saw that on the part 3 of Gordon's Lane. So that I'm going to be actually using as a little depot shunter type thing. So if they need to split an MPV, it means that the non-power end I can then move it with a Sentinel, or with a power car I can move it. So that's the reason why I've got the Sentinel. I will need to add a Stay Alive in there eventually at some point, but that's on the to-do list. So it's not essential at the moment. So yeah, going back to the other cam, so you can see, move that off, I was leaving it so you can actually see the layout. So that's basically one part of the layout that I've managed to get done. So all the joints are now done on those, and you can just see the filiard boards there. They're all done. They're all actually wired. So what I'm going to have to do is get the filiard board for the very far end baseboard, get that up, and then start putting the cables on underneath each board to bring them up. I have worked on my little secret task that I'm going to be doing. Obviously I will video it as I do go through the secret part of it, but up until I've got it all up and running, I don't really want to let anybody know what's going on. Let's have a little try on the layout camera now, see if that has actually stabilised and done anything better. It's still a bit iffy. So I just thought I'd just come in to give you a little bit of a live update, so people can actually see what I've been up to. I know everyone says that I make quite quick progress. Well, I spend 9 out of 10, 12 hours a day in here, so it does become quite nice really. But I'll take you back to the removable cam so you can actually see it there. I do need to get a cable that's long enough so I can actually get you guys to move around with it, but at the moment it's pretty much going to be this little setup for the time being. So I really do hope that you've kept up to date with Gordon's Lane. I really do want to bring exciting stuff to you on the channel, and that in the future. So if you've got any questions or anything, obviously make sure you hit the thumbs up.
leave a comment on the top below, and obviously just share it as well with all your friends and family that have got interested in drones. Try and help me build my followers up for Ebsworth Street. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I'm going to go through for today. Let's go back to the removable camera so you can actually see the layout there. I'm pretty happy with the way it's turned out so far. I've still got quite a fair bit to do. I'm dreading doing a third round, but that'll be an interesting one that I'm going to have to do. So wiring the layout is my way. Wiring the layout is pretty easy, James. All you've got to do is just take your time. If you're going to go DCC, it's just as easy. If you're going to go DC, depends on what you want to do. But we'll have a talk about that tomorrow. I'll be able to help you and get round to what you want to do with the layout and obviously the space and that. So I'll come back to it. So yeah, if there's any questions or anything, just obviously make sure that you give us a thumbs up and a like, and then hopefully I shall be back soon with another little bit of an update. So with Gordon's Lane, Ebsworth Street, Oak Lane, Tramlink, Cedar Court, Wagon Yard, I've got a few layouts and that I've got and doing, so you may see different projects and different things coming out at different times. So obviously just make sure you do say hello when you do see us. I'll give you a bit of background what Gordon's going to be. So Gordon Lane is going to be a fictitious location somewhere on the South Western Main Line. It's going to be a modelled third rail with multi-purpose vehicles, maintenance depot alongside the running lines. The layout is going to be DCC controlled with fully colour light signalling, which you would have seen some of the signals in part 3 video. The layout is going to be 2 versions. It's going to either be an end-to-end, comprising of this 18-foot CNET section with 11-foot filler yard at each end, or it's going to be an oval, which will be roughly around about 26 foot by 10 foot wide as a roundy, and obviously it's all using Tim Horn laser cutting baseboards. They're fantastic products. They're lightweight, they're easy to move around. You can build the baseboards within literally 10-15 minutes. I think these were actually quite quick. I think I built all 6 within about an hour. Having the right tools and the necessary equipment, it's pretty easy. Yes, Cameron, I would love to get some Southern Region EMUs, like a 377 or 313. Probably go back to a 319. But it's just getting those models, and just that's the hard thing of it. There's a huge gap that I think is in the Southern Region market, and obviously it's just getting one of the big manufacturers to do that. The same thing again. It's you're looking at the cost. I think I picked up some 450s. I think I picked a couple of up about 190 quid. I picked one up at 150. And most of them I picked up roughly around about nearly 240, 230. So that's not too bad, and I've got 6 because I plan to do 2 12-car trains. I've got some 159. I've got a 159 there and another 170 to chip up and sort out. So there's quite a fair bit to do with that. What else have I got? So the Wessex Main Line has an assortment of available rolling stock which can be operated on the layout. Many models are from the usual manufacturers. Current models that I own include and make an appearance, which will be on Gordon's Lane. You've probably seen that I've sold quite a fair bit of stuff as well. I've still got quite a lot on the to-do list. But there's Gordon's Lane. Let's see what the layout camera's now, see if it's stabled up a little bit. Oh, there we go, it's a little bit better. So there's the layout. I've tried to keep it as simple as possible, and it's the best it's going to physically be. for the height. Obviously, you can't really get the gist of the layout without seeing it in person. It's not a huge difference in the height. I think what I'm going to have to do in the next part is actually start painting the back scenes, start painting them blue, because I haven't quite decided on whether I'm going to be able to do a photo one, because obviously being 18 foot long, trying to get that printed, it will be quite difficult. So Cameron said, I do not know whether this would be in the right sort of area, but would you consider a network rail train with a top and tail 73s? Yes, I could probably do network rail train with two 73s top and tailed. I have got a 37 that I paired up with a DVSO. That's pretty good. Yeah. Very excited to see the new layout come to life. Gutted about Wessex units in the news this week. Yeah, it's sad that the old 442s, the old plastic pigs, are now going to become non-existent because South Western Railway have now decided to can the project because obviously they've realised because of COVID they have not got the demand for them. So they've already got rid of the 707s, which we've got over at South Eastern, and that is going to be a huge different variations. So they're going to be used mainly out of Orpington and Grove Park depots. So that's going to be pretty decent. And you may have seen that we've got a friend of mine's actually building a 508 barrier vehicle, which is going to look absolutely fantastic once it's done. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff in the market, and there's various different things that you can do. I've just blocked a couple of the locos on there and things like that, so you can actually see the difference between them. Yeah, I really am looking forward to the layout coming to life from that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up for there. Just want to say a huge thank you for all your support. It is really much appreciated, and hopefully what I'll probably do is I may do another live on Tuesday night around about 7 o'clock. So hopefully there may be a huge difference to the layout by then. If not, I'll still do a live, and I'll make sure I've got a camera that I can move around and it's not flickering and things like that. So just want to say a huge thank you to Ollie at Waller Road. Couldn't thank him enough. He's done quite. He helped me set this up, and he was the one that made me get into doing YouTube lives. I know a lot of people have been saying I should be doing it for quite a while. But unfortunately, it's always been very difficult, and now I've bitten the bullet and I've done it. So yes, Cameron, thank you very much. Hope you're all safe. If I don't see you soon, be safe, happy modelling, and I'll catch you all very soon. Bye bye.